Well, Dave Landau knew early on that comedy was his thing. He started working the road when I think he was 21.
Isn't that
early,
cool?
young
Yeah,
buck.
his 2 seasons on Last Comic Standing introduced Dave to gobs of new fans. He's back in Omaha after a year and a half away.
Here he is, Dave Landau. Good to see you, Dave.
Good to see you
back.
guys.
Welcome
Thank you.
back, man.
Thank you.
You added one to the litter, huh?
I did. I have one to the litter. I have one.
Yeah, no.
So it's not really
You started the litter.
a litter. Yeah. We began the litter. She's 36, so we're probably going to end the litter, actually. But yeah, just stick
But you
with
have
the
a
one.
6-month-old. 6-month-old?
6-month-old baby.
Wow.
Brand
Is
new.
it tougher being on the road now that you've got him at home?
It's
with
really
you?
hard,
Yeah.
actually. Being away from my son is the most difficult.
That's tough. Do they travel with you at all? Do they get out?
No, my wife will travel every now and then if it's like the Bahamas. You know, she's really
Nice place.
She's not
very
eager to
picky.
come
Not to Omaha?
Yeah, just to go anywhere, really. But yeah, if it's somewhere vacation-y, she's on board.
Do you think you'll raise your son in your image, sort of, because you talk about growing up and your personality was what it was? And
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to raise him. I'm just figuring it out day by day. I'm just hoping not to screw him up. Isn't that what parents
Just
do?
keep him alive, Dave. Keep him alive.
That's all you do all I do is I make sure he's breathing.
Yes.
Like when he's like a real young infant, that's all you do is look in to make sure he's not
Is
dead.
he still-
That's the
you
first
just
4
want to make
minutes,
sure they're
4
okay.
months. Yeah.
So do you work that into your routine now?
Oh,
that you
of
have
course.
A 6-month-old? Because there's a whole new set of challenges that come with having a kid.
Like waking up at 3 and feeding a human. That's a new one.
it's good to know you're active, though.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of moms are like, oh, I wish he'd wake up every now and then. Let's take turns.
Yeah, I realized the repercussions of her yelling at me isn't worth not doing it. So that's why I joined the party. I would prefer just to sleep, because for the first month,
Right.
I just ignored it. But, apparently you're not supposed to do that.
Have you pulled your act together a little bit, right? Because you're kind of wild.
Oh,
from what I
I'm a
understand.
recovering alcoholic. Yeah, I was not in good shape.
Right.
And then they put a breathalyzer in my car, and I realized I might have an issue.
Right.
And that's when I decided to, like 6 years ago, I got clean and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I have a kid. Like God was like, okay, you beat that challenge.
Right. Now you're ready.
Enjoy this. Here's round 2. Don't screw this
How
up.
does all of that affect your comedy? I mean, that you're still able to make people laugh and say things that they relate to.
I think the kid at least affects it in a positive
in a lot of
way.
ways, yeah, but everything else, all those other challenges.
I think everybody's been through crap in their life, and I think that I can bring it out and people relate to it. I think we all have a little bit of darkness, and I like to bring it out on
in a way that
stage.
people say they find themselves laughing, and then like, wait a minute, is it okay for me to laugh at
Exactly,
this?
yeah.
Some of the stuff you say.
Of course, that's sort of what I do. That's I got kicked off of Last Comic for a darker joke. So yeah, it's just sort of what I do.
Right.
But I'm good at it and people like it.
I mean, you can't say whatever you're thinking or whatever's happened. So I listened to some of those stories on Last Comic Standing that you were telling. Are all those real, or do you kind of fudge some of those? There was one about a prostitute.
Yes.
That you got arrested for.
My brother was throwing cheeseburgers at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had gone to a White Castle, and when we were pulling out, my brother started throwing cheeseburgers at a prostitute, and I was laughing, and then she pulled out her badge.
Right.
It was an undercover cop.
It was an undercover cop, right?
Yeah, and no, that's an entirely true story.
That is true.
Almost everything in my act is entirely true. Yeah, we got arrested at 17, that's a word, 17 for solicitation. And we got all the charges dropped because cheeseburgers aren't technically money. So I like that.
That's not much.
Yeah.
You were offering cheeseburgers to.
Yeah, we really weren't even
How
offering
did
them.
you
It was
explain it to
more.
your parents, the two of you
Oh,
together?
the
when
police
those-
did.
Right?
They explained it. What happened in court was they had to read off the things my brother was yelling while
Throwing
she was in the
cheeseburgers.
room, and eventually the whole place was just roaring with laughter, even the judge. And I'm from Detroit, and they're not going to put a 17-year-old kid into the Detroit penitentiary.
Right.
So they're like, we're not gonna charge you. Just if I ever see you in here again,
Just
it's going to be
behave.
problems.
What were
Yeah.
some of the things they were reading off? Can you?
Oh, it's,
Can you talk about it on TV?
I can do it on TV. How TV is, like I've done it on NBC, but it was like I'll do a cleaner. Well, would you do something for us both for extra cheese? For example, was something that was
At 17.
at 17.
You guys.
Yeah,
Is your brother a funny guy?
he's hilarious,
Yeah.
but he's insane. That's the
Right.
difference.
That's
like
the difference.
he's in he owns a state farm.
He's an insurance guy.
Yeah, he's a very successful
Hey, you said
insurance
you're from
guy.
Detroit. Are you watching the Lions this season?
Yeah, I'm going to
Yes.
attempt to.
Amir Abdullah a Nebraska product.
Yes.
Great
You know who he
guy.
is?
Yes,
You're
yes, I do.
familiar?
Now
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
in Detroit.
Rookie.
Yes, and a good player. And I'm
Oh.
looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, well, I know you've said it's kind of like your heart gets broken so many times with that
Every year.
team, and then
Oh,
you
you
just
do?
give up.
Yeah, we got him right here.
There's Amir. Yeah.
He's our guy.
I honestly hope that he helps bring us to one Super Bowl would be nice for our city.
Oh, let's just get to the, I mean, you went from having no hope to now hoping to go
There's
to
a
the
little
Super Bowl.
hope now. We've never, people are like, are you a big football fan? I'm like, no, I grew up in Detroit through the 80s.
Right.
You know, like there's nothing.
Dave, you're going to be at the Funny Bone all weekend. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 1 on Sunday. Call the Bone phone, 493-8036 to get tickets.
Thank you,
Good to see
Dave.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
the
for
best
having me.
with the baby, okay?
Thank you.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you.